Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Zia Hamid, your English subject teacher. I hope that you're doing well. My dear learners, now for English 9, we are going to discuss a student's learning outcome. I hope that you are following the lecture series. You have attended the previous lecture about grammar, and before that we did an introductory lecture as well, where we explained all the SLOs, how they are going to be taught in different lecture series. Now, uh, is everybody attentive? Thank you. Now we are going to cover another SLO from English 9, and this SLO is basically from the competency of vocabulary. You know that we are dealing with grammar and vocabulary competency. First, we do our grammar lectures, grammar SLOs, then we usually do our vocabulary SLOs. Now, this is lecture 3 with the competency of vocabulary, and the skill that we are going to achieve today, that we are going to adapt, is on dictionary skills. I hope that you are familiar with a dictionary, for what purpose we use it for, and what do we do by going through the dictionary. You know, it can be found both in print form, in the hard form, and also you can access it online through different platforms, and you can also get a Play Store app or iOS app where you can access the dictionary, whether it's of Cambridge, Oxford, or Merriam-Webster. Now, let's talk about our students' learning outcome for today. It says consult general and specialized reference materials, and they are your dictionaries, glossaries, thesauruses, both print and digital, to find the pronunciation of a word or determine or clarify its precise exact meaning, its parts of speech, or its etymology. So the SLO is very clear. We are going to consult these books that we call our reference materials. Now, how are we going to see them in entirety? Is when we are consulting these resources, these resource materials, we can find so many things about any word of English language. In the dictionaries, you can find different things like the meaning of the word. If it is from English to Urdu dictionary, you can also find the Urdu meaning of the word. But I would suggest you to buy a dictionary or get one, whether it's in the print form or in the digital form, that translates the words from English to English, because it clarifies the context even more. And we can never learn new words, and we can never enhance our vocabulary if we are not learning it in the context. If you keep on learning the meanings of the words, then it is of no use if you're not seeing them in the context with examples. So let's move on. So all you need is a dictionary. I hope you have one. If not, you can get a pocket size edition or the full sized edition. You must have a dictionary or a thesaurus with you, because it helps you build up your vocabulary. Now let's see. We are going to find the pronunciation of a word, how the word is actually pronounced correctly, and the meaning, its parts of speech, the classification of the word, and also its etymology, which means origin and background of the word. Okay, so Abiha has a question.
Sir, here in our book, there are many type of pronunciation, like where there are written words meaning. There is also column pronunciation. So, the pronunciation is very difficult. Like some words are upside down, some have like symbols.
Yes.
So, how to do that?
Okay. So Abiha, the thing is that the pronunciation where you find the pronunciation of the word is actually given in a pronunciation key. Now that is a key. And if you see those weird words, ups and downs, that opposite A or that inverted A or some other words, they are actually showing you the pronunciation. They are taken from a phonetic chart, the International Phonetic Chart that you can find online. You can download it and try to see that if it's the sound of A, then how it will be shown in the pronunciation key. You know that the sounds, whether they are consonants or vowels, they have different variations. So those symbols, those phonetic symbols are there to show you the pronunciation. You have to have a basic knowledge of how the word is pronounced. And you can read that pronunciation key easily. You have to just familiarize yourself with the phonetic chart of English language. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So do not worry about that. We will try to see how it works. There is a whole chart, the phonetic International Phonetic Alphabet Chart, IPA chart, that you can download and see that how each sound is symbolized into a different letter. So it is very easy. You can do it. Let's move on to our lesson. We have talked about our students' learning outcome. We are very much clear what we are supposed to do today. Now here is a vertical linkage that you can see in front of you. This SLO is linked to our students' learning outcome of English 9. This was in your grade 8. So if you look at grade 8's textbooks, you can find this similar students' learning outcome. But today we are going to learn something this exactly, but in a very deeper way. So vertical linkage is there for you to understand that how the SLO is linked. Now, you know that we do a slide of Islamic perspective. We add a bit knowledge of Islam, how our topic is related. So just like you see when you're consulting the Quran, you can find so many words. Okay. Do we have a question? Rayan. Anyway, so in Islam, like using dictionaries for words, we consult the hadith to understand the Quran better. For instance, while the Quran talks about prayer, detailed guidance is in the hadith. So just as we use references to understand language, both the Quran and hadith help us understand Islam. So you can clearly see that even with your when you are studying the Holy Quran, you have to consult to the hadith to understand something which is not clearly defined or which needs some clarification. Exactly like this, we consult our resource materials, thesauruses, for looking for the synonyms and antonyms of any words. We look for the etymology, pronunciation, different kind of definitions and meanings of one word. So it is very important for you as a language learner, as an English language learner, that you must own a dictionary and a thesaurus if you can, and you have to consult it whenever you're having any difficulty. If you're stuck while reading something, go straight to the dictionary, find the meaning, look for some definitions and examples, and that meaning will be clear in your head. So uh, let's talk about pre-reading before the lesson begins to just storm your brains a little bit. Okay, so have you ever come across a word you didn't know how to say or what it meant? What did you do to figure it out? Can somebody answer me? Whenever
Will
you
we
faced,
Google it?
yes,
Will we Google it?
we Google it, we go to the dictionary, we take help from Google Translate, we open the online dictionary. Yes, that's a good answer. So we Google the word, we try to understand the word through the context of the whole passage or the whole text. Then if we don't understand it, we consult the different resource materials, whether they are in the print form or digital form. And when we use those words in our conversation, in our writing, they become a part of us and they come very easily next time if you see them in any text or somebody is speaking to you with that word, you can easily recognize it. So this is a proper way of learning any word, any unfamiliar word that you come across, and then it becomes part of your vocabulary. Now, after we brainstormed about it, we understood that why vocabulary is very important, how we should learn it. We should make an extra effort in learning vocabulary through different resource materials. Now, here's a little fun activity for you. I want your attention right now. How quickly can you find the definitions of these words? You can quickly go to your dictionary. These are very basic words. And you know that dictionary contains thousands of words. So how would you find it quickly? Can anybody tell me the quickest way possible for finding these definitions?
Sir, I think there is a order in the dictionary.
Yes, you have to follow the alphabetical order using the guide words, and you can straight away go to your desired word. Instead of just scrolling one page after the other, you could just straight away smartly go to the definition, go to the word and get its definition. Right. It takes probably less than a minute. Now, we are going to acquire dictionary skills. They're important because they enhance our vocabulary. They are our go-to books, our reference materials. So we need to understand how they work, what things are included in those books, those reference books, so that we can find things quickly and in no time. Now, all of the words inside a dictionary are in alphabetical order, right? From A to Z. This makes it a lot quicker to find the words you need. Some dictionaries have marks along the edge of the pages. These marks show you where each new letter begins. Does your dictionary have these? Yes, our dictionaries do have these kind of words at the top of the page. They are called our guide words. They tell us that in that page, in this particular page, what kind of words and the range of words that we can find in that specific page. So we always go for the guide words that we have in our dictionary. Can you tell me how many of you actually own a dictionary in person? Okay, thank you. Now, is dictionary only for looking up the meaning for the words? No. Let's see. Dictionary covers a wide range of words in a language from common to technical. We can also find technical terminologies, the acronyms that are mostly used, basic terminologies that are very technical, and they can also be found in the dictionary, like a giant library with books on every subject. And glossary, what's a glossary? Can somebody answer this? Now, your glossary have also some words with definitions and meanings, but those words are actually technical and according to the subject that you're dealing with. It focuses on specific terms and terminologies with a particular field, like a curated bookshelf with only relevant books to a topic. So, now, this is an example of a glossary from the textbook. After reading the lesson, you can see that the difficult words are marked over here, and you can get the Urdu meaning as well as the whole definition of the word. Now, when we are going to the store to buy dictionaries, or if we look them up online, we can find so many different kind of dictionaries, right? By format, dictionaries are available in the print form and in the digital form. We have American English dictionary called Merriam-Webster. This is a collegiate dictionary. Cambridge Learner's Dictionary and Oxford's English Dictionary. Now, they also come in different sizes, from bigger to medium to smaller, that you can carry in your pocket so that you carry it easily to anywhere at any time. So we have some dictionaries that are actually quite thick. Some are thin with specific terminologies, and they are having like 10,000 words. So it depends on the size, the use of the dictionary. And if you want a full-fledged dictionary with most of the words, you can get Cambridge Learner's Dictionary. And there are a lot of editions, so you must get the latest edition that is available. Now, this is how an online dictionary looks like. You can go to oxfordlearnersdictionaries.com. When you open this website, you can see that there is a search bar. You can type your word. Let's say you're looking for the word accumulate. You will get its parts of speech mentioned. You can click over here to get the pronunciation live with sound, and you can get the definitions with examples, synonyms as well. You can also get antonyms and so on. So, and here you can see that these are some dictionary applications, apps that you can get on your mobile phone, your tablet, or your personal computers. So the purpose of showing this to you is that you don't always need a dictionary in the printed form, but rather you can go to the official dictionary websites to look for the word with so many different features and facilities available at your hand. Now, this is how a dictionary page actually looks like. It's taken from Oxford's Advanced Learners Dictionary. It means that the words and the teaching of the words with other things are for advanced learners. There's also learners dictionaries where it is used for beginners of the English language. So there are a lot of different variations, different sizes, different formats. Now you can see the word fabricate. Now this is enclosed in slashes. This part is your pronunciation key. Now, how can we read this? We need to have a little knowledge of the international phonetic alphabets and the symbols so that we can read these pronunciation key easily. Fabricate. AE combined gives the sound of a, bricate. So this is how, when you read this pronunciation key, the correct pronunciation will be out there. Now this is a verb. It can also work as passive. And here you can find the synonym make up. The evidence was totally fabricated. This is an example of the word. And to make produce goods equipment. This is your technical term usage. Now you can find another synonym, and then you can find at last the sentence where the word is actually used. So here you can see that this small part of the word holds a lot of information. So you need to look for, when you're looking for any unfamiliar words meaning, you should also look for its pronunciation, etymology, its synonyms or antonyms, and much more things that are available. Now, let's take a sample entry word. Let's say we are looking for the word near. Our student learning outcome, my dear learners, is about finding different things in a dictionary for consultants. Now, we have the word near. Can you tell me what is this part of the page? What does this convey us? If you want to answer it, you can unmute yourself and contribute to the lesson. Okay, so this part here is your pronunciation key. This is your word class, whether the word that we are looking for is a noun, pronoun, adverb, adjective, and so on. So this is an adverb, adverb of place. At or to a short distance in space or time. This is definition of the word near. Now here is an example. They live quite near, or spring is near. And now another definition is almost. Like I was near frozen means I was almost frozen. So you can see that the word near here is used for showing distance and also showing the word almost, like when you are almost near your finish line. Now, we are talking about guide words. If you pick up a dictionary, you can find these two words or any two words at the top of the dictionary page. It tells you what would be the first word and the last word on the page. Now, the first word on a page and the last word on a page, they are there. And if you were looking for the word I, it would be on the page with the guide words sell or sell to February. So it will clearly guide you that where should you be looking for the word on which page. Now, you can see that this highlighted part right after the word is your pronunciation key. Here you can see the part of speech that it is in the that it falls under, and your definition, example. So, and here you can see that there are other forms of the same word, like the word near can be also in the form of nearer and nearest. So you can get the comparative and superlative degree of the word as well. Now these are your inflected forms, the forms of one word but in different functions and different manners. Now coming up next is your syllables. We know that syllables are actually the breaking down of any word in different pieces according to the sound. So here the word, let's take the word dictionary itself, which is a noun, and the dictionary word is divided into different syllables with a hyphen, with these little dashes over here. So you will pronounce dictionary as dictionary. And you can see that E over here has a longer dash over it because it's dictionary. It's dictionary. So it gives you the idea that you have to prolong the word. So pronunciation keys are very important. It tells you that which sounds are in the shorter vowel or which one of them are in the longer vowel. Now you can also get the plural of dictionary, which is dictionaries. You can see that the word dictionary is divided into 4 syllables. So it's a 4-syllable word. So when you want to find any the division of any word in terms of syllables, you can also consult your dictionary or thesaurus. Now, dictionaries are really useful when you are trying to find the meaning of a word you're unsure about. However, words may sometimes have more than one meaning. You will need to think carefully in order to choose the correct definition. Now, sometimes we come across 2 or 3 different meanings of the same word. How would we choose the correct one according to the context that we are talking about? Let's understand this through an example. So I want you to follow me with this example. Yasser has found this sentence in his book. Haris was asked to produce his best piece of work. Now, what does the word produce means over here? Yasser is unsure what the word produce means. He looks it up in the dictionary and finds two definitions. Now, the first definition says to make something using creative skills. Now, this here the word produce is actually your verb. And another example, another definition is a collection of natural products. And this is your noun. So which one and which definition we would be choosing to understand the correct meaning? Which definition do you think is correct in this case? Can you answer this? Okay, moving on. Let's, okay. Haris was asked to make something using creative skills, or Hamish was asked to collection of natural products. Now Yasser decides that the first definition is correct. In this sentence, the word produce meant to make something using creative skills, which is a verb. So we will use this definition over here to make something using creative skills. What else could Yasser have done to check which definition was correct in this case? What should be done in order to confirm it for the second time that the selected definition or meaning is actually correct? Now, you can see in Yasser's dictionary, the definitions also tell you the word class that the word belongs to. In this case, the word produce has a different meaning depending on whether it was used as a noun or a verb. So, when Yasser looked at his sentence again, he realized that the word produce was being used as a verb. Therefore, the first definition is correct and it must be correct. So we looked for the word produce in the dictionary. We found one meaning that is of the noun and one of the verb. And according to the sentence, according to the whole context, you can see that one showing us the action of creating something using your creative skills. This one is the correct one. Now, after learning about all these different things that we can find in a dictionary, you can watch this simulation link on YouTube, this video over here, anytime that you want to learn about more that what is in the dictionary and how we can utilize to its maximum capacity. Now, this is your classroom activity. You have to work in pairs. You will be given a paragraph from your lesson. Your task is to find meanings and other components of difficult words using the dictionary. You can use online or print dictionary. So if I'm assigning you any kind of paragraph from your lesson or from outside the lesson and make you into pairs, now you need to come up with the meanings and other components of that difficult word, particular difficult word, all of them like the meaning, the definition, synonyms, antonyms, terminology, the etymology, and so on. So this will be shared in your WhatsApp group very soon, and you have to work in pairs to complete this classroom activity. Now here is your worksheet. Now in your worksheet that you can find in the resources of Chase Academy's YouTube channels, this video lesson that you're watching right now, you can locate the words in a dictionary and answer the questions below. All you need is a dictionary, whether it's in the print form or the digital form. Look for the word impair, write its definition, how many syllables are there, its phonetic spellings in the pronunciation key, and the part of speech that it is falling under. And you will go through all these words one by one and fill all the given blanks over here with different purposes. Now, for your homework, my dear learners, be very attentive. You have to choose unfamiliar words from the text of the lesson or any other text that you can like and look up to their entries in dictionary. Write their definition, parts of speech, and divide them in syllables. Take a short story of Roald Dahl or a short story of O. Henry or Maupassant. You can get so many different texts, articles, news articles, columns, and so much more. So all you have to do is underline, highlight the difficult word, go to the dictionary and perform all these tasks that are mentioned over here. Okay, the last one. Okay. Now we are on our resources at the end of our lesson. You can see all these different resources, your question bank, worksheet, skill sheet, this PowerPoint presentation, and the lesson plan. All these are included in the description of the video that you can find easily. I hope that now our students learning outcome is achieved. Let's go to the page of students learning outcome first at the beginning. Now, see. We consulted our general and specialized reference materials. You can also look for thesauruses. The thesaurus is actually containing all the synonyms, the similar meanings, and the antonyms, the opposite meanings of one word. All of them are in that collection. You can buy a thesaurus or get one online. So we looked for both print and digital to find the pronunciation of a word or determine or clarify its precise meaning. We did it using an example. Its parts of speech we looked for and also its etymology. Now this etymology part will be discussed in detail in any other lecture, that why and how words have different origins and how we can look for them and choose the right one that is more logical and that sounds more rational. So this is all about today's video lesson, my dear learners. We achieved our students' learning outcome of dictionary skills. We consulted dictionary. We looked for pronunciation and other parts of the dictionary that is for any given word. So if you have any kind of question at the end of our lesson, they are most warmly welcome. So if you have any doubt about the dictionary skills, or if you are struggling with any kind of issue, that you can discuss with me right now.
Sir, in paper we have to write this pronunciation.